What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Goods XY. Let's talk about this whole LeBron James and Drake thing, man. Because everybody's talking about LeBron James and Drake, and I don't think the assumptions are wrong, but everybody's making assumptions that Drake was speaking to LeBron James in his Irish freestyle.
LeBron James, LeBron James, LeBron James.
My take on this is that Drake is being Drake, but a lot of people have their opinions on this, and a lot of people are starting to dissect the lyrics and wonder what it means and why Drake is so angry at LeBron. But let's watch Van Lathan talk about this a little bit briefly.
Yeah. He got several things off of his chest during the freestyle. He dropped some verses that fans are taking as hints that they reference LeBron. And for a little bit of context, recently LeBron celebrated his 40th birthday party, and footage of him rapping Kendrick's Man at the Garden went viral.
The world fell in love with the gimmicks. Even my brothers got tickets. Seemed like they loved every minute. Just know the shit is personal to us and it wasn't just business.
Okay, first of all, the guy's a good rapper.
Which nobody ever said he was not.
He's a great.
And I second that. Nobody ever said he wasn't a good rapper. But we watching the man spiral, and that is the problem that people are having. Like, we're just seeing like his personality really show you who he really is. And it just seems like a bunch of crying, bro, if you really be keeping it honest. And I think that's the issue that people are having right now. And it's what's turning people off. With this whole LeBron thing, like, to me, those lyrics really said, I'm hurt and I expected us to be this and I expected us to be that. Now, if you watch Drake's friendships, a lot of Drake's friendships are transactional. These are transactional relationships. You getting a tattoo of this guy is transactional. You basically paid for something that you felt like you deserved and were entitled to get something in return for, because it's almost like, yo, without saying it, bro, I got you tattooed on me. How could you do this? When LeBron is probably looking at this like, dude, I got relationships on both sides. And these are things that people are not really considering. People are trying to look at this like LeBron should be loyal to Drake. But at the end of the day, has anybody asked themselves why? Why should he be loyal to Drake? I mean, okay, was LeBron at the pop out? Yeah, LeBron was at the pop out. Yeah, he was having a good time at the pop out. Was his wife at the pop out? Yes, his wife was at the pop out, and his wife is a fan of Kendrick. Imagine LeBron telling his wife, no, we can't go to the concert because I don't want to make Drake upset.
What the hell?
Like, let's be real here. Like, are we being real with ourselves here when we talk about this, or are we going to sit here and coddle the drizzler, man? Let's keep it honest.
You have a problem with this.
Why do you say that?
I could tell. I don't understand people that have a problem with this.
Okay, so we started off this podcast talking about the new year, and I talk about how meaningful it is to me. Because it's a time to reflect and reset.
Mm-hmm.
If Drake could come out with this at the end of December, I probably feel a little bit different. It's a nice way to put a bow and wrap the shit up. But let's start on with new energy in 2025. It came out and I was like, again? I don't like this. I want to see, nobody said Drake's not a good rapper. Drake took the L, he lost, it is what it is. Make some new music, let's keep going. You will continue to do well, you will break records, you will sell out, embrace the rapper that you are, and just leave the Kendrick stuff in 2024. I don't want to start this again.
What she's saying makes a lot of sense, because this is kind of what I've been trying to say for the longest. This is what I've been saying. And people really looking at me like, oh, what do you want him to do? Bro, rap. Leave this shit in 2024 and keep rapping, bro. Like, the more that you fight this, the more it makes you look crazy, dog. And I think that's the problem. And that's the part where Drake, whatever guidance he getting, if he getting any guidance at all, this is the wrong move for you, dog. Nobody wants to see this stuff continued. But we know the reason why he continues with this stuff is because at the end of the day, it's almost like he can't accept the fact that he lost. If you can't accept the fact that you lost, this is why you get the slick side comment. It's like somebody getting cheated on, and every time they talk to their girl now, even though they moved on, they got to say some slick shit. You're like, yo, can we get some food? Sure. You should have asked that other nigga for some food. It's because you can't get over it. But you feel like you got to continuously dig and say your little slick shit here and there because it makes you feel better about the situation. And I think that's what's going on with Drake. There's better ways to vent. I just don't think this is a good way to vent.
When I see her, I see two bad ones, nigga. What's up?
Nah, that ain't it, y'all. Listen, man, fur coat.
But again, I'm not an expert. Do what you do, dog.
Drake was on the shop after the beef that he had with Pusha T. He was on the shop.
Yeah.
He was on the shop. He had the beef with Pusha T. He lost. Scathing diss track called The Story of Adidon.
Yeah, people sleep. People sleep on Story of Adidon. Remember, that song was so damaging for Drake, and it got taken off of streaming platforms. So you ask yourself why. When we start talking about the UMG stuff and who cried to this person and that person, ask yourself why that track got taken off of streaming services.
Make diss tracks about Drake is different to me. When you listen to Back to Back, which is one of the greatest diss tracks ever made, when you listen to Back to Back, Drake's clowning Meek. But when you listen to the record, you feel like that they can come back from the jabs that's in the record.
Sure.
I feel like they can come back.
Sure.
When niggas made diss tracks against Drake, it is like they fucking hate his guts.
I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress.
When you listen to the story of Adidon.
With the accompanying artwork.
Insane.
Pusha T fucking can't stand Drake.
Disgusted.
He's disgusted. When you listen to some of the stuff that Kendrick put out there, he can't stand him. Disgusted with him. Knowing that's the vibe that Kendrick was on. I want to play something from the shop after the story of Adidon because he wouldn't give any interviews really to any traditional media besides Rap Radar. He had a Rap Radar interview. Play the clip from Drake on the shop. Listen to this.
Drake texts you and like, am I letting you down?
Yo, they messed this shit for playing this clip. What I tell you? That's the one where LeBron looked at him like he was his daddy.
Yeah, what I tell you?
What did you say to him?
Yo, that face is crazy. Yo, your mom told you about that room, right? And what I tell you? Yo, insane.
You said that I could never let you down.
You could do so.
As a hip hop historian who loves hip hop, I would love for you to respond.
Of course, we want to hear it.
I did, by the way.
By the way.
Can we reenact it?
React it.
I'll be LeBron.
They messy shit. Go ahead, I'm here for it.
LeBron.
So Maverick says, you text Drake right after whatever. And LeBron goes, and what did I tell you?
You told me that I could never let you down, Dad. So look, all this aside, they're very close. I put that out there to say that at one of Drake's lowest moments, when his business has been put out on Front Street, when people are talking about his son, his lifestyle, all of it, he confides in LeBron James. This is the depth of this relationship. We're talking about going all the way back to where, like, when Drake was in the locker room with the Heat back in the day, like, they have been friends for a long time.
Pointing that out is interesting because the issue with that is this is what we're talking about. Like, this is part of wanting to insert yourself in these circles so bad that you don't realize that it's not mutual. Like, you confined in LeBron when you had these situations, is what they're saying. But from what we're seeing, LeBron did it in you. If we're really being honest here and what we're talking about, you were in the locker room background doing all this stuff. You were there.
Let him in, Prince. No access for everybody but us?
No, this is media.
Drake getting turned down.
To me, it looks like Drake thought this relationship was way more than it actually was. And not to say that they weren't friends and they didn't talk, on a regular. But let's look at the extremes here. You got this man tattooed on your body. Oh! Correct me if I'm wrong, but LeBron ain't got no Drake tattoo. It's not flying. And when you heard LeBron talk about the Pusha T battle, he said as a hip hop historian, even though LeBron don't be knowing the lyrics to half the shit. As a hip-hop historian, he wanted to see him respond, meaning that he's here for the competitive rap. It's like the NBA. They're going to compete at the end of the day. Like, come on, man. What are we really talking about? You're trying to tell me somebody who competes against his friends all day long is going to look at a rap battle and say, I'm picking that side and I'm not fucking with the other side? Come on, man.
That a large portion of the culture turns on Drake because as bad as the story of Adidon was, Scorpion came out a little bit after it. Scorpion had God's Plan. Scorpion had In My Feelings. Drake actually reacted to the story of Adidon the exact way he should have reacted to Not Like Us.
And that's a great point. I've been saying this for the longest. Amazing point. This is how he should have reacted. But the problem was this time, he didn't have anything for that. He tried it. He tried it with 100 gigs. He tried it with the stuff that he gave you, but nothing was sticking. I think at the end of the day, what people need to understand, the story of Adidon, Pusha T, yeah, that was bad. But Kendrick basically changed the public's perception of Drake. And that's something that's not talked about enough, how he masterfully did this and dissected this man in this beef. That's not talked about enough.
Just drop fire music, remind people that he is who he is, and then get on with being a hitmaker. It's not what he did this time. This time, he's wallowing a little bit and making some miscalculations.
Yep.
But my point is this. Why would anyone think that he would be okay with LeBron James at this particular point siding with Kendrick Lamar in this beef, seemingly? Dancing to the song, talking about how much he likes the song, going everywhere, being seen in public, vibing with the record. Why would anyone expect Drake to just not have any feelings about that? And last thing I'll say, after the birthday, when LeBron is rapping Kendrick Lamar again, he probably went, you know what, nigga, enough. I'm serious, bro.
Look, I could agree with that, and you know, lightly. I get why Drake should feel some type of way. Now, should Drake be publicly displaying his disdain for it and how upset he is and how hurt he is by it? No. I think that's something that you talk to this man about behind the scenes. If y'all really that close or y'all was that close, you can't tell me that you can't have a conversation. Like, at the end of the day, you got to reach out to this man, let him know how you feel. But at the same time, should LeBron really be walking out here when he has a connection on both sides? Maybe not as strong as the one he has with Drake, but should LeBron be walking out here on eggshells, not jamming to a song that he actually likes because he doesn't want to upset someone else? Like, should you be in public, like holding back every time because you don't want to upset somebody? I think it's just too much to ask of him. And again, if you feel like he should have some loyalty, this is the part where I'm telling y'all that one side sees it as one way and the other side doesn't. And this is Drake's problem, is thinking that this shit was more than it actually was.
Probably went, you know what, nigga, enough of this. We got it. You like the record. You like Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick is on top of the world, the #1 hip-hop king right now, undisputed. We get it. But nigga, we been to Carabana together. Nigga, we been all over the place. We was jumping and pointing on at the stage. It's me, Drake. So he probably got fed up with this shit. He put some bars on it. I don't have a problem with it.
Well, he did this back. LeBron just turned.
That's fine. But he didn't drop it, though.
He didn't drop it. So you think he dropped it because of this?
So he didn't drop it.
Okay, you think he dropped it because of this. I love when he is rapping in that way. I've been to Drake concerts. I like Drake. I just don't like when he acts all hard and stuff. Like, relax, it's enough.
We like Drake with the melodies. You don't like Drake when he act tough.
I cannot imagine. It feels like the world is against you. The world is actually singing lyrics that trash you, that question you, that put you down. You feel at your lowest when you were originally just like running it. I cannot imagine feeling that way. And
hey, y'all can't imagine what that feel like. Ask Meek. Meek could tell y'all. Meek was there. So, you know, I don't feel bad. At the end of the day, Meek was there. Listen, man, like, we got to stop trying to let this man play the victim. We can't imagine how it feels, but he's done it to others. So what are we really talking about? We can't sit here and just coddle this man because he's in a situation that he doesn't like. This man antagonized the man and asked him to drop these records. He willingly participated in this beef.
This Epstein angle was the shit I expected.
Huh? He willingly jumped into this.
You trying to let this shit die down? Nah, not this time, nigga. You following through.
So we cannot sit here and just try to coddle this man. That ain't where we should go with it. It just is one of those things where we just gotta let it be what it is. Let him go through the steps, denial, whatever he's want to go through. Let him go through the steps that he needs to go to recovery. Shout out to Van Lathan and Rachel Lindsay talking about this. Another piece that's interesting about this is Maul said LeBron James tried to contact Drake to sort out these issues, but Drake ignored him. And the Fighting Irish freestyle is a message to them to let them know that we ain't cool. Now, we got to take this with a grain of salt because we all know that, you know, they're notorious for saying shit like this, but let's see what they talking about.
Keep up with his hairstyles. This is at least a couple months old. And I thought it was, you know, his way of kind of like, because I'm sure people have been reaching out to him and kind of like, you know, backsliding and, you know, backtracking certain actions and reaching out to him. And I think this is probably his way of letting those people know, like, nah, fam, like that wasn't, you know what I mean? Like, you got to stay over there. You pick the side, stay over there. I think this was a cool way of doing that.
Do you think he chose to leak it or had someone purposely leak it based off, because you brought up in the last episode that LeBron at his birthday party requested Man of the Garden and rapped it because Drake unfollowed him. Do you think Drake asked this to be leaked because of LeBron's 40th birthday?
Bruh, I ain't gonna lie. That's the one thing I really hate about this. Imagine turning 40 and your favorite song is Man at the Garden, and now you can't you can't rap Man at the Garden because somebody gonna get upset about it. Like, Man at the Garden is not a diss track to you. Like, I can understand if he was like, yo, play Not Like Us and did every single lyric at his birthday party. Okay, yeah, LeBron, you mutting it. Like, you trying to really like let this man know you not fucking with him. But to make that man be at a party and he can't play Man at the Garden, get all the way the fuck out of it. He probably jams to the shit in his car. Like, bro, at the end of the day, man, this is a 40-year-old, an actual 40-year-old. And then we have another person who's what is Drake? Is Drake 40? Whatever, approaching 40 or 40, who's not acting his age. Like, you should be grown enough to understand these situations and navigate through them. And if LeBron did call you and you didn't answer, that's on you, my guy. Because you could have answered that phone call like a man. Could have answered that phone call like a man.
I wanted to see you. I wanted to talk to you on your man in your face. Absolutely. You understand me?
And said what you had to say.
I wanted to come look you in your face like a man and tell you how I feel.
Even if at the end of the conversation, y'all ended up just not being cool. It is what it is. At least you said what you had to say and you didn't do it this way in the form of a track. Like, come on, man. Kicking and screaming. And it's looking bad for you. That's all it is. But look, it is what it is. We could talk about this shit till we blue in the face, but at the end of the day, the man is spiraling. You know, obviously there's gonna be people that are gonna defend him. There's gonna be people that are gonna make excuses for it, but that won't happen here, man. Not on BigZoeTV, man. We don't make excuses for nobody.
Niggas acting bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it.